The appointments in Delaware and Illinois and New York and soon New Hampshire have driven home that these decisions should be in the voters' hands. So I do welcome the new colleagues in the Senate. They're good people, and I've already had the opportunity to work with them during this whole stimulus debate. But the appointments process itself is undemocratic. Senate seats, just like House seats, should be filled by whoever wins an election, not whoever wins the favor of the governor. And of course, under the Constitution, House races have always been by special election when there's a vacancy. That's how Jim Sensenbrenner became a congressman.
Not a special election.
But was that Feingold race?
Yeah.
That was a regular election?
Right.
That's how many of our people have been elected in Wisconsin. Of course, I've seen it over the years. I think there's a blocky election, was a special. And it has always worked fine in our state. I think the appointments of senators are a constitutional anachronism. The 17th Amendment language on governors appointing temporary replacements, as David was saying, was really just a carryover from the original Constitution, which permitted governors to make temporary appointments until the state legislature could choose a senator. So people say, oh, you shouldn't amend the Constitution lightly. Of course not. This is really just a perfecting amendment. We'll have a different number. If we pass it as the next one, it would be the 28th Amendment. But it is merely a perfecting of the 17th Amendment. It's not a whole new concept being introduced to the Constitution. It's really just an anachronism. When I announced plans to introduce the amendment, there were 3 temporary replacements in the Senate. When Judd Gregg's replacement arrives, there will be 5. Enough is enough. It's time to put the power to replace senators where it belongs, with the people. That's the way it's been for the House since the Constitution was written, and I don't think the Senate should be any different. People are saying, well, this is going to be expensive, it's going to happen all the time. Well, you're a better historian than I am, but I think the last time this happened in Wisconsin was when Joe McCarthy died. The infamous Joe McCarthy passed away, and a guy named William Proxmire, in a surprise, defeated the governor of Wisconsin, Fuller, in a special election, and he was reelected for 30 years, and in my humble view, one of the great senators we've ever had from our state. It worked just fine to have the people choose Bill Proxmire rather than the governor, who of course is the guy that ran against him. So I look forward to working with the House members and others to move forward the amendment. We hope that we will be able to have a hearing, at least in my subcommittee or jointly with whatever is appropriate, as early as March 10th or 11th. Thank you very much.